So Goodwood Festival of Speed 2021, and we have some of the finest off-roaders here with us this year. We're doing some of the driver interviews. One of our crews we've brought in to have a little chat because it's a debut appearance for the one and only Mr. Warren Roper. Warren, this is quite special.
Yeah, it's been nice to have the invite, and it should be very enjoyable.
Yeah, all good so far?
Yeah, sort of a learning curve, but yeah.
Any nerves showing, or is it adrenaline?
No, I'm quite chilled actually.
You do very well actually. No, you know, I mean seriously, you've got so much off-road experience, and you know we are celebrating the Maestro, the year of the all-rounder. 30 years in off-road, you've done pretty much everything. Yeah,
started when I was 21, I think, doing trialling and just sort of worked my way through ARC stuff and to where we are now, really.
So you do a lot with staffs and shops.
Yeah, I've done quite a few staffs and shops events over the last few years, and this year decided that we'd have a go at the British.
Yeah. And what a start! I mean, seriously, I was watching the times.
Yeah.
You were absolutely hitting those.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate we had a broken wheel, so.
Yeah, I know.
But, you know, which cost us. Yeah, I've been out and bought new wheels now.
I'm not surprised because you were absolutely on it. You were right on the pace.
Yeah. You know, it's different tyres, so that's it was something to get used to. Wasn't really pushing 100%.
Yeah.
But
so it's
by the Sunday, I've sort of got the feel for the tyres a bit more, and times are they're sort of somewhere near. So
you're really having a crack at some of the top events now.
Yeah. So and they're good events, good sites. We'll see what happens at the next one.
So talk us through your car.
It was originally Ian Rochelle's car.
Yeah. And he was fast.
Which is, I think he won the British a couple of times.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I bought that from him, and it was in a bit of a state, to be honest, when I bought it. So we've gone through, rebuilt the car. It's actually running a different engine to when he had it. Yeah. We're now running a 2.3 Honda in it, and same gearbox, still on the Drenth gearbox. Don air shocks, and I've taken about 130 kilos of weight out of the car in the last couple of years. So it's there's still more development there, so it should hopefully get quicker.
Well, he really did prove the point with it, didn't he?
Yeah.
You've improved on it again from there.
Yeah.
And you've got the lovely thing is that you've worked right at through, so you've done all the groundwork.
Yeah.
And now it's getting to the point where you can really hit the big ones. So what have you got lined up for 2021? If all things going ahead as we hope.
What, as far as events go, or I've got the rest of the British events to do.
Kilda.
Yeah, Kilda.
What a chance.
Sweet Lamb. I've only ever raced at Sweet Lamb once before at an all-wheel drive club event. Didn't even make the first lap. We had a steering pinion break, and I ended up in a ditch at 70 miles an hour. Which made a bit of a mess of the car. That's why the car got rebuilt. But yeah, and then possibly do a couple of staffs and shops events towards the end of the year, dependent on time and money.
So when you got that call, the call to arms, Goodwood is coming, would you like to be part of the team, the off-road crew team? What did it mean to you? What did it feel like?
Well, I mean, it's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity, isn't it, really, to come and do something like this. It's been busy because I've just got Sweet Lamb in a week. Yeah. So I've booked next week off work.
I think a few people have. It's quite close up.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic to do something different. And it's something I never thought I would be. Never thought I'd be doing it. So
it's fabulous, isn't it?
It's good.
Just to be part of some of the finest of British off-road, to be invited to be part of that is pretty special. So we've got the shootout. So you know all about the shootout? You've been watching and following, and so you've got your plans?
We'll see. I said I'm going to take it easy because of the next event, but we'll see.
Well, interestingly,
most probably not.
It's interesting because the Extreme Challenge cars, the Extreme Off-Roaders and the Safari Championship cars have both got big events coming up. They've got their Ultra 4 King of Britain 2 weeks' time, and you've got the British Cross Country 1 week's time.
Yeah.
It's pretty close all round, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody's saying, oh yes, of course we would be. but we all know you all are going to be gunning
Most
for it.
probably, yeah.
So where do you think that you will be able to pick up a little bit of speed or a little bit of pace on the others? What do you think?
Normally with my car, I make up time on corners.
Oh right.
Because it's everything in the car is very low. The car's low, but because they've got the wall of death burns, I don't know if that's going to favour me or not. So we'll see.
Right. Well, you've got
because they're still going to be able to carry, like Andy with his LS and stuff. Whereas quite a high car, normally I'd make up time on corners. Whereas with the burns, he most probably, it's an advantage for him. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll have a bit of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But most importantly, it's just that privilege of being there, isn't it?
Yeah. It'd be good.
Yeah, it'd be good. Listen, Warren, of all the things over the last few years, the 30 years, this really has to be a bit of a peak moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's like I say, it's. I've always done it at a clubman's level, and sort of depended on money, you just progress. But I never thought. Well, I never thought I'd have the car that I've got now, to be honest with you.
And then don't get to Goodwood.
Yeah, and when I bought the car, I just wanted to have a bit of fun, and then you start racing, and you think, oh, hang on a minute, I'm actually going quite quick.
Yeah.
But that's when you get drawn in and you start spending money. It's a vicious circle.
There's a whole camera crew watching you thinking, yeah, we know.
Yeah,
we got that.
Yeah.
All been there. Brilliant. Well, listen, Warren, hopefully you'll have the best time out there. If you were looking at any of the cars, who do you think is your biggest rival?
There's plenty of rivals. I think Martin will be going for it because obviously he's not racing this year. He hasn't got any events coming up. So I think and Andy will obviously and Justin
and
as well.
Julia,
I think
Justin Birch's reigning champion.
Did Justin? So he's gonna. So I think it'll be between them three. I think.
Excellent. And what about the extreme crews? Any of those that you've got your eye on?
I don't really know that much about that side of things.
You'll be finding out.
I know they run extremely big engines, don't they? So I'm sure they won't be hanging about.
Well, I tell you what, it's a really, really good mix. So, Warren Roper, we really look forward to seeing you out there on your debut Goodwood Festival's feed. So just have a great time, and we should just be following you all the way. It's been brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Warren Roper. Thank you. Had a little bit of hiccup on the first day, pulled it all back, and now absolutely on it. Let's see what he can do on the second run. That he's fast. Damn me, this is. Absolutely. roper out on course now, another man who could just slip through there very, very nicely. Martin, you've been watching very closely some of these cruise couples. We've seen them all the way through the weekend, testing just lines.
There's a lot of poker faces going into there, I think.
And that was the purpose.
He's testing, as I can see he's trying different things. Everybody's doing the same thing.
And Sparkle, what's your preferred line, Martin? They really want the 1-2, one roper out on course. Warren just makes that look so smooth, absolutely slick. So back to the moment. Sergeant, Roper. We've had Huggy out there, we've had